Welcome back to Into the Blue Channeling. I am Lori, and this is Sarah.
I'm Sarah. One day we'll get
Sorry,
that
I
right.
had like a pop-up blocker pop up right as I was saying that. And I'm like, and sorry,
And
everyone.
we're still here with the PT9, and we're going to be taking some audience questions. So
Yes.
following on from the topic that they raised, let's jump right to this
So this
question.
is part two, if you haven't seen part one of the interview. So you might want to go catch that one. We released it before this one. So now we're going into Q&A from where we've already left off.
Okay, so I've got a question here. I feel as though I am ascending into 5D or already consciously in 5D. However, many of my close family and friends are still operating in 3D. Will I stay close to them if they do not also ascend?
I've channeled in on this topic a lot, so I'm going to let you start.
Okay, they're saying in some ways yes, and in some ways no. Um, so the cautioning to begin with that um, you might not perceive that people around you are also raising their consciousness, but they might be doing it, and just is a little more subtle or a little more behind the scenes from what you are experiencing with them. So don't doubt that necessarily. But they're saying yes, there will be people in your life, and you probably already experienced this in life generally, the people in your life that can fade out for whatever reason. And certainly, if you're not operating in the same frequencies, you might find that they are no longer as present in your life. Um,
Yeah. I'm hearing a
mm,
lot too about soul family. So to piggyback off of what you're saying there is yes, like we're all awakening and ascending at different and varying levels. So it may even be just a season where it feels like you kind of separate and drop for just a bit, but that doesn't even necessarily have to be permanent. It may just be a season where they're going to go through, a dark night of a soul or a this or a that, and you may not feel as in resonance with them, and that's okay. You can, take a pause. So pauses are also part of this process too. So it's may not always be like, hey, we're just riding that 5D wave all day, every day together. Now you will have some people you will be doing that with, but there are others where you're going to have these little pause moments, is what I'm seeing. But I'm also being reminded that we often incarnate. So I think this question is really speaking to like people that are super close to them because they said family. Um, but we often incarnate in soul groups together over and over and over, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So don't get too hung up on, are they going with me? Are we all going to New Earth? What is happening? When will they get there? How is it in the first wave, second wave, whatever? Don't worry too much about that. Just remember that if they're with you and your soul family and you're close to them, pretty good chance you guys are all going to be ending up in the same place at the same time, is what I'm hearing. So not to give too much attention to that, but just flow with your each person's ascension process. Everybody's is unique and different, and you'll get to where
mhm.
you're supposed to get to when you're supposed to get there. It's an individual journey, but it is a collective experience we are having as well.
Absolutely. And the thing as well, like, try not to get hung up in fear or lack
Hmm.
consciousness, which are in fact
I was hearing that
3D.
too.
There's no need to be overly concerned or worried about who will or won't be with
Yeah.
you in the future Earth. Just stay with the positive outlook and be in contact with the people that you wish to keep in your life.
Hmm.
Obviously, it's a um, part of the experience of this lifetime, to stay in communication with
Yeah.
people that you love and people that you enjoy being around.
Yep. Stay open. That's the what I'm hearing. Like, and that you nailed it right there at the end is Vibrational resonance. Like if someone
Mm.
is vibrating at the same level as you, you're going to be in your field. If they're not, they're going to drop out or drop away, or again, those little pauses might occur. Um, but it's again, it is really all about that vibration. So if they're in your field right now, that means something. You guys are vibrating on some particular level to some degree, and you're both part playing for one another. So keep that in mind of like what part can you play for them? What part are they playing for you? Because it's both helping each other in the ascension process.
Yes, thank you. That's great. So since we touched on this a little bit, I'll go to this next question. Um, it's deliberately a bit vague, I think. What can we expect of New Earth? What can we expect of New Earth?
Mm.
Oh,
My
I immediately
favorite
see
topic.
like I immediately see like rainbows and they're just saying like joy.
Yep. Yep.
There's gonna be good people. I'm seeing like okay, so I'm seeing like rainbows in the sky, and then I'm seeing like this rainbow like iridescent hummingbird like, floating on
Hmm.
in.
I'm getting a
It's
lot of animals. Yep.
it's good times.
Ugh, my favorite
Oh,
topic.
I saw like a unicorn like galloping in the meadow.
Yep. Yep. I got a ton of animals as soon as you just said that. Like that was like the first thing I saw was just tons of animals like roaming. And that was in my dream last night too,
Oh
of
yeah,
like,
I'm now seeing like dolphins like
hmm.
jumping out the water. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. I always
Um,
see glittery trees. That's what people, any, it's just like the running
th
joke. I'm always like, glittery trees. I want to see the glittery trees.
there is definitely something about like sparkling and
Hmm.
iridescence and like just everything having a lovely like golden tinge or whatever.
Hmm.
Right, I definitely have seen that myself.
Yep.
It's so pretty.
Yep. It is. I've astral projected once to 5D New Earth, and it was the best experience I've ever had. So I'm seeing all of that imagery right now. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Hmm. And is there anything you want to say on this topic other than showing us pretty scenies?
I just heard the phrase, you get there in the end. So it is a real thing. I'm feeling that very strongly to reassure people it is a real thing, whether you're calling it paradise, new earth, 5D, heaven on earth, however whatever phrase you use, the answer is yes.
I got like the Garden of Eden.
Hmm. Yeah.
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 Um, I'm also receiving 2032. Um,
Mm.
is that your guesstimate of when we will be there?
That's interesting. I've heard by 2030 it's all wrapped up and we're all there.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm receiving 2032, but that's coming in very strong on the
Mhm.
PG9.
My head is
Um,
tingling.
mm, is there anything you'd like to say about the year 2032 in particular? Yeah, they're saying by that date, they predict that we will be experiencing and settled in the new Earth.
Hmm. Yep. I
Like
have lots of
bunnies
thoughts
like
on this.
hopping in like the meadows or whatever. Like lots of animals.
Yep.
Sorry, go on.
But I will add the caveat too, there's much to come before that in a good way. That's what I see. Like I see like, yeah, like the 2030, 2032, all of that, like it's done and finished. So um I see things as even sooner than that as far as these different waves happening and going to New Earth is what I've channeled
Right.
as early as like I see it as we're in a window as anything is possible from now to, the next several years of things really happening and
Yes.
that there's kind of a gateway window open where that opportunity is there to go in a first wave. much sooner than at 2030.
Yes, and they're saying that um, obviously consciousness is according to the individual, and
Yep.
different individuals will have different experiences at different levels of consciousness.
Yep.
Um,
Absolutely.
and so there might be many versions of Earth happening
Yep.
all at the same time,
Yep.
parallel versions
Yep.
that are true to the individual experiencing them, but different people might be experiencing or will be experiencing different versions
Hmm.
of Earth slash New Earth.
Yep. Yep. And I'm hearing too, it's not a hierarchical system of like who gets their win and things like that. We all just have different parts to play. We're in different contracts and different things like that. So depending on what yours is and how that plays out, kind of will determine, your timeline and things to that effect. They're reminding me, I often see this every time I talk about this topic of the Mayans. And the Mayans
Oh,
are so instrumental because they showed us that this was possible on a small collective level. I mean, because they literally went there and did that. That's what happened to them.
okay.
So I'm being reminded of that imagery of like, this is real. Other dimensions exist, and this will happen. So.
That's so cool. I was wondering what you're going to
Mhm.
say when they remind you of, because they reminded me of something else, which was
Okay.
they're reminding me of the fact that time is not linear, and they're
Yep.
saying, New Life is actually already happening. It's just
Yep.
so they wanted to say that they're putting this into linear human terms of
Yeah.
experience, but they're saying
Yeah.
it's already in full swing, and when we're seeing these visions of it, like we're going there, we're going
Yes.
forwards into that moment, and yeah,
If
new
it
earth is
didn't, I'm sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
just saying that new earth is already in progress.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
already there.
Well, that was it. They were saying like, yeah, if it didn't exist, you couldn't even imagine it. You know what I mean? Like anything imagined or anything that you see already exists. So that's confirmation and proof to you that it is out there. And the fact that it's even in your consciousness to even ask the question, know about this concept and this, topic, that's proof positive that it's out there and it exists. So let your hearts kind of be like, um, oh, what's the word? Enlightened by that or excited by that. Kind of brings some hope and excitement into the heart chakra.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Okay, I guess we have time for one more. Um, okay, I wanted to ask about portals, please. We've had a question come
Ooh.
in. Can we create our own portal with intention? Can you speak on our approach to using portals and for what purposes? Technically, that's three questions, is it?
Another one of my favorite topics. Like we nailed it on the Q&A today.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm seeing a vision. I'm seeing. Okay, this is very particular.
Yes.
I'm seeing something that Jamie Butler posted on Instagram in the last few days
Uh-huh.
um, of the seeing it was like lights, different portrayals of lights, and in the center there was like a doorway, um, kind of in the light, and they're showing me that as a portal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Um,
portals are everywhere, like I'm hearing like physically, I'm seeing them like opening up, whether that be in Shasta or in ley lines, pyramids, whatever, but they're also within you. You're a portal. You and your
ooh,
consciousness, your heart. It's a portal and a gateway to higher realms, just not only to yourself, but to higher beings, to higher experiences. Uh, Astral projection is a gateway portal, is what I'm hearing too.
wow.
Mm,
And they're saying yes, you can create a portal using your intention. If you
yep,
intend to create a portal, you can create a portal.
yep.
Um, They're saying they don't intend to make it sound so straightforward, but it
Yeah.
is quite simple.
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone wants to create a portal with intention, do you have any steps?
I'm hearing a lot of frequency music,
Mm,
like, yeah, like binaural beats and stuff. Like that helps you get in the right vibration of the right frequency to open a portal.
so use your imagination to imagine
Hmm.
creating a portal in the space that you intend to create it, and make sure your intentions are what you intend to use it for, and they use it with positive intentions,
Hmm.
and to be a portal that no entities that do not wish you well can come through. So setting who can and cannot enter via the portal space.
I'm seeing like the Secret Garden, the movie
Mm,
again, of like going in with childlike wonder of, create that safe space for yourself, of like what is that intention? What is it that you want to achieve with this portal? Just saying portal and I want to do this, whatever, like what's the clear intent and reasoning behind it? Is it to connect in with another version of yourself? Is it to connect in with the ley lines of Earth or, a particular area like Stonehenge or, some of these big high frequency areas? What's the reasoning behind it? And get clear on that before, like it is with any manifestation, like get clear on your desire and your reason for even wanting to create a portal. And then
yes,
from there, yes, like clear intent, high frequency music, 432, 528 hertz. These are good ones. And then go into that heart space to do it,
they're
enveloped in
saying
high white light.
yes.
Sorry.
And I'm getting for the purpose. One purpose can be to connect to your astral family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Connect to your multidimensional family and guides, letting them come more openly into your reality, into your life.
They're kind of showing me and remind me like what we're doing right here is a portal, where it's a
Mm,
channeling is a portal, like Sarah and I have opened up this space through our joint Akashic record, and we have created a portal of sorts to be able to bring forth this information from the Pleiadians to you. So that is the purpose of it, is to bring forth high vibrational content and information to the best of our ability and to help humanity. So this is a simple, great example of like what it looks like and how you can do it.
awesome.
Love that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Um, so you're very welcome.
That was a good one.
Absolutely.